Why this program eliminates diarrhea. This program heals your bowel and body and eliminates the two causes of diarrhea, which is defined as very loose, watery stools that are more than one time a day. When you heal your body with this program, you eliminate excess acids from your body. When there are excess acids in your bowel, your body may respond to protect you against those by bringing some water into the bowel to dilute those acids. It may also contract more frequently, again in response to the irritation of those acids. Then result of the extra water and the extra contraction is a frequent loose diarrhea type stool. Again, that can be triggered by excess acids. In this program, you're healing your body and eliminating the acids from your body that trigger that diarrhea. In this program, you're also healing your bowel. A healthy bowel bacterial environment is important for eliminating diarrhea because a lot of diarrhea is caused by exposure or ingestion of bacterial, parasitic, fungal, and other types of infectious agents. Your healthy gut bacteria, which you are healing with this program, is responsible for keeping those out of your system. They're responsible for preventing them from taking over in your body. One of the many symptoms that you might experience in response to those agents is loose, frequent stools or diarrhea. While you're healing your bowel and body with this program, there are two crutches that are particularly helpful for reducing the incidence of diarrhea. They are Unique Healing Colloidal Silver and Body Bentonite. The Unique Healing Colloidal Silver is a safe crutch that can help fight off the fungal, bacterial, parasitic, and other infections that cause diarrhea, that can help do that for you while you're healing your bowel and waiting for your bowel to be able to do that for you on its own. By the way, it could take a couple years of doing this program before your bowel is strong enough to keep infections away. It takes a very, very healthy bowel to not be vulnerable to them. Unique Healing Colloidal Silver can fight those for you and reduce the diarrhea. Body Bentonite helps to eliminate diarrhea. It's a great crutch to use while you're healing your body because while you're waiting to get all the acids out of your body that have accumulated over your lifetime, that Body Bentonite goes into your bowel and helps to soak them up. When they're soaked up, they are formed into a stool. When they're soaked up, they no longer irritate your body, and therefore they don't cause your body to dump water into your bowel, and they don't cause that frequent contraction of your bowel either. There are a number of misunderstandings about diarrhea that I encounter, and I'm going to cover a few of them. You can find a lot more information on this in 2012 when Unique Healing 2 is available. I will be covering this in greater detail, but for now let me hit a few of the more common ones that I run into that you need to understand in order to succeed with this program. And that is that number one, colloidal silver cannot cause diarrhea. Some of you have blamed that because you've taken it and an hour or two later you've had diarrhea. That is not how silver works. Colloidal silver does not affect you right away. In fact, you have to usually wait till the following day to see your bowels improve from it. And it simply cannot make your bowels loose. It's not a side effect of colloidal silver. So to expand upon that concept, if you're taking it and your bowels get loose right away, oops, don't blame that. If by the next day they're still loose, still don't blame it. Maybe they're loose because you have too many acids and colloidal silver is not the right crutch. Maybe it's the right crutch, but it's just not strong enough. And you might need to double it up the following day and see what happens the day after that. If you go on too long, more than 2 or 3 days with diarrhea, especially if it's frequent, especially if it's making you feel lousy, contact me for a brief appointment and I can help you find the right crutch and the right amount to use. To expand upon this idea, bowel strength also will not cause diarrhea when it's too strong. When it's too strong, meaning your bowel is super healthy and you don't need it anymore, yes, your bowels can get looser, but they will not become watery and more than once a day. So if they're watery more than once a day, it's not the bowel strength or the probiotics that are causing that. There's something else, either too many acids or you have an infection in your bowel. By the way, most of the time, it's caused by an infection in your bowel. Because there are numerous infections, first of all. They are unidentifiable as well. That's what makes this difficult. You know, if you go have 6 margaritas one night, which is highly acidic, and your bowels get loose the following day, you could probably rightly blame the margaritas. In that case, extra bentonite would be the best crutch to use. But if the night before you have the diarrhea, you eat some contaminated eggs or chicken, you have no idea. The chicken didn't taste bad, you couldn't visually see that contamination. You only know that when the following day you've got diarrhea. So they're much harder to detect, but they are also very prevalent. There were recent studies showing that 1/4 of all the chicken and turkey that was tested had staph bacterium in it. So this is much more prevalent than I think we are all aware of. There are triggers of diarrhea like laxatives. Now I do talk more about laxatives in chapter 10 of my book, Unique Healing, so refresh your memory and review that. But things again like fruit and stress and too many carbs, all these can create excess acids in the bowel, which again can trigger diarrhea. Now, for most of you, especially for my clients who are working with me individually, that is not commonly going to happen. Most of you are taking very large amounts of bentonite, more than I recommend in Unique Healing, so you're offsetting acidity. Usually not perfectly or completely, but certainly enough that you're not going to get in a position where there is an extremely large amount of acids in your bowel. And it takes an extremely large amount to cause looseness if, again, that looseness is caused by that acidity. So hopefully that made sense. If you're following my book, then yeah, maybe that is what's causing it. Just think about what you did the day before or 2 days before that diarrhea. Did you have more to drink? Were you super stressed? Did you eat a lot more fruit, etc.? If so, then maybe you want to take more bentonite. You can find more information in chapter 7 of Unique Healing on a lot of the loose stool triggers, so refresh your memory on that as well. Reread that if you run into this situation. Diarrhea is not safe. Okay, it is not safe. It can cause dehydration, electrolyte imbalances. It also can cause you to feel absolutely horrible. And there's no reason for you to suffer through that. There's no reason for you to suffer through that. So if it is continuing, again, either increase your silver, increase your bentonite, look for results within 24 hours of doing that. If it's persisting, contact me, or even your doctor who might be able to give you antibiotics. They are not the ideal solution to this, but they certainly still are preferable than you suffering through diarrhea for days or weeks on end, which can happen. So I hope that helps. For more information, as always, you can read my book, Unique Healing. You can also go to my website at www.uniquehealing.com. So I hope that helps.